am.
You're very golden. You're usually
Thank
much
you.
lighter than me. You're a little, you look like a little deep caramel going on.
My makeup artist did a little bronzer
Little
on me.
bronzer.
Yeah.
Girl, just when people thought the Beyonce bleaching rumors had finally been buried, they came crawling back louder than ever. The brown skin girl singer is once again being dragged online, with folks saying she doesn't look as brown as before. And the noise is wild. Beyonce was just chilling, looking fly in her Levi's jeans after wrapping her massive Cowboy Carter tour, when out of nowhere conservatives jumped in like they'd been waiting for this moment. They accused her of cultural appropriation, claiming she's been lightening her skin to look racially ambiguous. The internet lit up instantly, and it got so messy that her father, Matthew Knowles, had to step in and defend her before things spun out of control. The whole storm started after Beyonce posted new campaign pics. Blonde hair, bombshell vibes, and Levi's denim on full display. That's when critics, mostly loud Republican voices, began accusing her of copying Marilyn Monroe and trying to look like a white woman. But the real kicker? Beyonce has rocked blonde looks for years. So why act brand new about it now? The flames burned even hotter because of another campaign, Sydney Sweeney's American Eagle ad. Sydney was praised for her classic beauty, while others said the ad pushed Eurocentric ideals. Then, when Beyonce's blonde Levi's campaign dropped,
that's not Beyonce's hair. It's not even Beyonce's hair color for the listening audience. It's blonde platinum. It's obviously a wig. She does not have blonde platinum hair. It's mostly straightened. The breasts are enormous. The shape is extra curvy. She's got extreme makeup on, the big sort of glossed lips with the extra long fingernails. And it's not even trying to be natural beauty. And which Beyonce is, in my view, a completely artificial creation. It's right on brand for her. She was made by Jay-Z.
The same people hyping Sydney went straight for Beyonce. They accused her of whitewashing and claimed people refused to talk about her skin tone changing. But here's the twist. This isn't even the first time people came with these claims. Back in November 2023, at the Renaissance Tour film premiere, fans were already whispering that her complexion looked different compared to older days. So once again, her glow-up turned into another messy scandal. And that's when Matthew Knowles came charging in like a protective father ready for war. He wasn't having it and wasn't about to let people rewrite his daughter's story. In an interview, he shut it all down, saying the bleaching rumors are pure lies, explaining it's lighting, makeup, and cameras making her look different. And the way he said it, frustrated, fed up, and fiery. Felt like he'd been holding this in for years. He declared, "I'm sick of people spreading lies about my child."
And that's a fact. Beyonce, Alicia Keys, Mariah Carey, J-Lo, all of those are extremely talented. It would be just ludicrous to think that Beyonce's talent doesn't take her above heights and levels. But it's also true, absolutely, that colorism and shade of color is a fact. I mean, you can't deny it. You can't argue.
Beyonce has always been proud of her heritage, proud of her skin, and proud of her people. That one line shook the Bayhive because Matthew rarely gets this heated anymore. Fans instantly rallied behind him saying, "See, if her own father is speaking out, y'all really need to stop." But trolls weren't backing down. They doubled down. They dug up old Destiny's Child photos, comparing her skin tone from back then to now, claiming it's obvious she's been lightening herself for years. Others came for her blonde hair, saying she was trying to erase her blackness. The backlash was non-stop. Meanwhile, Beyonce's defenders clapped back hard. They pointed out she's always experimented with style, from wigs to makeup, and argued that critics only come for her when she's winning. Some even said this obsession with her skin tone exposes more about the people complaining than it does about Beyonce herself. And let's be real, this isn't just about her hair or her skin. This is about her power.
If you want to learn a lot about a person, ask them how they feel about Beyonce. Because people's opinion on Beyonce will tell you everything that you need to know about them. People who don't like her cannot be trusted. Stay away from them.
Beyonce has been running music, fashion, and culture for decades. And every time she shines, somebody tries to twist it into a scandal. Now with her father speaking out, the conversation has only gotten hotter, and the drama isn't slowing down anytime soon. Let's be real. Beyonce has always been stunning, But when those pictures of her rocking platinum blonde hair with that shimmering silver gown hit the internet, the crowd lost it. Some even said she looked like a white woman with black features, and the drama went nuclear. But plenty of people rushed to defend her, calling the bleaching talk a total stretch, saying it was just color theory messing with folks' heads. With the platinum hair, the metallic dress, the silver background, the bright lights, the heavy glam, and the usual editing. Of course, her complexion was going to look lighter than normal. And don't forget,
the comments I made on the book about racism is really based on factual data. And when you look back at the charts at Top 40 Radio, you'll see that the black women that have been successful with airplay were all of light complexion.
Right, because you had mentioned Mariah Carey, Rihanna,
Nicki
Minaj, and your kids.
And Alicia Keys.
Alicia Keys and Beyonce and Solange.
It says others in the book, but
Right.
Beyonce has always been a lighter-skinned black woman. She's openly admitted her skin has taken a hit over the years from spray tans and dyes. Even her own makeup artist has said that body makeup is now a huge part of her routine, sometimes taking the place of tanning completely. But Mama Tina, she was not holding back. She clapped back at the critics saying, she does a film called Renaissance where the whole theme is silver. Silver hair, silver carpet, silver attire, and you bozos decide she's trying to be a white woman and bleaching her skin? How sad is that? Tina went all the way in, calling out how every time Beyonce works her tail off, people twist it into something ugly, pointing to jealousy, racism, sexism, and plain double standards. Even with Mama Tina defending her, the whispers didn't fade, especially after Beyonce popped up at the 2025 Grammys looking lighter than back in her Destiny's Child days. That sight alone kept the fire alive. Now Matthew Knowles is speaking up again.
Are all light-skinned and they all get pushed.
correct. And you being in the music industry, you know
Yeah.
that's valid.
Let me think. Lauryn Hill's fairly dark-skinned.
Yeah, there's exceptions, yeah.
Yeah, Lauryn Hill.
Yeah, there's always
She hasn't been around in a
exceptions.
while.
Yeah.
What are the other exceptions?
Again, we said 15 years, so
Yeah, she was out.
She was excluded.
Yeah, exactly.
Adding even more fuel to the debate, he admitted years ago that in the industry, lighter-skinned artists were often given better budgets, more radio play, and bigger opportunities because of old-school bias in Hollywood. He even said part of Beyonce's rise was tied not only to her raw talent and non-stop grind, but also to her lighter complexion. But he made it clear, Beyonce has grown into her own empire, proving herself no matter what the industry thinks. The same way she's now shutting down country music after people swore she didn't belong there. Still, the critics keep barking. They say Beyonce switches up her whole aesthetic depending on the crowd she wants. When she leaned heavy into R&B, she rocked braids and nobody said a thing. Now in her Cowboy Carter country phase, she's serving more Eurocentric looks, and the haters are screaming that she's pandering. But the Bayhive, they're standing firm, saying Beyonce is just doing what she's always done, evolving while staying on top. At the end of the day, it feels like people are just desperate for a reason to drag her down. Blonde hair isn't cultural appropriation. People of all backgrounds have it naturally. Real appropriation is stealing from cultures while erasing credit, not switching up your hair color. Some folks are just addicted to outrage, and Beyonce ends up in the crossfire every time. But now, I want to hear from you. Do you think this bleaching scandal has any truth to it, or is it just another excuse to hate on Queen Bey? Let me know in the comments. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, share this with your people, and I'll see you in the next one.